Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to make some planner layouts for you. So as you may or may not know from my last planner setup video, I no longer subscribe to Coco Daisy, so I am now only up to October, so I don't have planner pages for November or December. So what I thought I'd do today is do November pages with the beautiful Julie nutting paper that we got in our November kit from Aunty Vera Scrap and Craft. Now I love the pages in this kit, so I think I'm going to do some, I'm going to get some beautiful layouts out of this. And the best thing is that the colors go so well with this Kiki K Vanscap, so I'm really excited. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using this digital paper that I bought from Officeworks. I'm going to link the details below. The best thing about this paper is, so this is one of the Vanscap dividers. This paper is basically, if you cut it in half, you can get 2 pages. So I've just cut one in half here, so 2 pages will go really nicely. So I like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I hope you enjoy my layouts. So let's get started here, bringing in the pink mat so you can see what I'm doing. The first thing I like to do once I open my dashboard for the month is I like to have the month at a glance. Kiki K has these blank pages sold in their diaries, and so I'm just now sticking these flimsy pages onto this digital paper that I'm going to be using as for my layouts, and that will just that'll be the first thing I see. And I'm going to come back to these a little later on. So I'm just going to put them there just to start off my layouts, and I'm then going to move on to the first week at a glance. I started off with the washi that we got in the November kit. I love this washi. It is just a whole lot of pencils in jars and paintbrushes in jars and daffodils in jars. I totally adore it. It's really cute. There's also a candle in there and a straw heart, and I don't know, it's really pretty. I like how it looks on like plain, like not colored in. I do remember what Lolly did do a comparison of coloring in her washis with different mediums. Go ahead and check out her video. I'm going to link it below. What I'm doing now is just to divide my layouts. I do love to have the horizontal. I just can't do the Erin Condren vertical planner type layouts. I do the horizontals. That's just my favorite design. I got some of the paper, and I just cut strips. I used the red horizontal stripe paper, but then I ended up flipping some of it over because I like the pattern on the back. I'm bringing in a Kaisercraft planner stamp. I'm going to put all the details on my blog, and the link to my blog is down below in my description box, so go ahead and check that out. I don't remember the name of the stamp. So I'm just stamping the days of the week on each section here, with the last one splitting between Saturday and Sunday, because I usually don't do too much on the weekends, other than just a few things that are planned. I have this icon here. I chose the happy face because usually the fun things I leave to the weekend, so I've just done that. Next thing I'm going to do is I have this like box icon, and I'm going to go ahead and do that to the left of my layout. I usually leave the right for you know, what happens during the day, and the left for things that need to be done. Okay, so in true YouTube epic failures, I lost the next 5 clips that described exactly what I was doing, so I thought I would just go through them with you now. So after you saw me make my layout, all I did was basically use the sticker sheet that came with the Julie Nutting collection, and I just added a little bit here. I put the hello there because it's like hello weekend. I decided to do a doll layout, and so she is gorgeous because we're coming into spring now, and it's actually coming into summer. Spring like came and went so quickly, so she is there. A few flags here, snip snip, time to play because it's the weekend. And just like that, this layout came together so beautifully. The next layout is this one over here. And basically what I did, so instead of using the washi, instead of using the washi along the top, you kind of have to see what you have in your collection and go with that. There was this beautiful border here, so it was just perfect. It was screaming out to be used, so I just put that across the top there. Now, instead of cutting strips, you can always go with your thin washis, and that's why I do have quite a lot of these. These are great to divide any layouts, any pages. And then once again, I went ahead and put my my weekdays on. I decided to change this one, just this style like this. And this is the doll for this spread. At this time I tried to do as little stickers as possible. I just put them in the dividers here. I just had to do that one there. That was just beautiful. So a little less stickers on this one. So this is where I've salvaged the rest of my clips that I was doing, and so basically I'll just fill you in what's happening and I'll catch you up. I ended up doing this layout as a pattern paper layout, so I just chose 3 of my favorite ones and I've just put them on each of the sections, and I was going to reverse them, but I thought for continuity that it would look pretty this way. And so yeah, so I just divided them each with the washi, and then I put the days of the week down. I put the doll in the middle there on the left hand side. I thought she was gorgeous. I think this is my favorite spread. So the icons this time are hearts, and this is what I'm doing now. I played it up by moving the like the Tuesday on the right and the Friday on the right, and then the Monday and the Thursday are on the left. Just mix it up. The best thing about making your own planner pages is that you can do whatever you want. I love the little stickers in the icons. In the paper collection, I added them to the weekends, and it says dress up and let's play. And just like that, that layout is done. So moving on to the next layout, what I wanted to do was again something different here. I decided to do this one as how should we say, as white as possible. So I started off again adding that really pretty washi, and this time I will get to color it in, so you'll just see how amazing it really is. I've got this like icon box that I'm going to be using as the header for each of the weeks. I'm just now adding it in this formation, and I think it's really interesting. It just came to me. I didn't have any plan. I was just playing around. Now for the days of the week, I decided to use the little mini alphabet stickers that come in this paper collection. I went ahead and just did the first 3 letters of each day, so MON, TUE, etc., etc. And for each of these layouts, I did decide to leave the date out, so that can just be added by hand. And once this layout started to take hold, I then had to ask myself, where am I going with this? So you can see me now trying to figure out, how am I going to partition the sections? I did realize that there were quite a lot of circle stickers, and I thought, well, it would be nice to have the circle stickers running down the left-hand side and then interrupt it with that banner. And so I went ahead with that, and it actually looks quite good. But then from here, it kind of gave me the idea of where I needed to go. So the next thing I did was this long strip that says happiness can be found with scissors and paper. That seemed to partition Wednesday off really nicely. I added a few flowers on each of Tuesday, and then with Friday I took off that circle because I wanted to have the dress and the scissors, they kind of went together, so I thought they looked really good together. And then underneath it, it says still plays with dolls. And I sort of do, so I'm the only girl in the family, and so everyone's doing boy stuff, and I do the dresses and the girls, and I have a few Barbies, and still plays with dolls. And the girl icon, the Julie Netting doll, is there on the side, and I again put that thing that says still plays with dolls, thank you. You know, like with attitude. So just like that, this this layout came together, and it's different, you know, it's really different. I really enjoyed this. I never thought it was something that I would do, but I really enjoyed putting that together and just using stickers. It's fun. I am scared of being accused of being a sticker slapper, but stickers are fun. I have lots of them. I love collecting them, and I want to start using them. So I think it's okay if you're designing and then adding some stickers on the side to enhance your design. I think that's fine. So I'm now going to go ahead and color in this washi. I'm now bringing in my chameleons. These things, I bought them from Vera like November, I want to say like 2016. It's really bad, so I've had them a year now. And I've not used them at all, and I'm not really using them for what they're supposed to be. You know, they're supposed to be a gradient. You're supposed to add them to their mixing solution and go really light and then go to really dark. I'm just using them as colors here, but hey, at least I broke them out. So I'm just now adding reds to the heart, yellow to the daffodils. I'm doing the vase to be the spotty green, the other vase that holds the paintbrushes to be blue. Yeah, just having fun coloring in. So far this is how it's looking. I'm really enjoying it. I've got 4 spreads, and they're looking quite good. And so I feel now that what I need is to go back to that month at a glance and start decorating it, I suppose. So month at a glance, when I first stuck it down, I'm like, what am I doing with this? I don't even know where I'm going. So I decided to go ahead and leave it and then do my layouts and then come back to it. So now I think I've got the confidence and I've got the style happening, like my mojo's on. Yeah, I know what I need. So the first thing you do, and it tells you, it kind of prompts you at the very top there, it says month and year. So I thought, okay, it's 2017, let's put that down. I then got this beautiful stamp that I had Vera hunt for me for ages. It's one of those like calligraphy joiner stamps. I love this thing. So it really it really lifts your stamping to the next level. I love it. Takes a little bit of getting used to, but yeah, November looks like this. I just adore the stamp. I'm going to put the details below. I cannot remember who it's by. I've got so many things. What I then did was I used more of that cute craft washi at the top there, which I will leave in black and white. I'm then going ahead and adding all my numbers. I did say before that I was doing the dates by hand, but for this one I thought I'd go ahead and do all the ones for 1, and then 10s, 11, 12, and then the 2, and then 12, 22, and then 3, 13, etc., etc. So I didn't have a 0, so I had to add the zeros by myself with my black gel pen, but that's okay. So then you have some areas that are blank, and what I thought I would do is just get some of that pretty Julie Netting paper and just add them in to cover up the blanks at the bottom there. So that striped alternating dark, like greeny blue with the light and the floral running through it, that is one of my favorites. I'm really tending towards horizontal patterns at the moment with florals in them. I don't know if I'm watching too much Christy Tomlinson or whatever, but I'm really loving florals this summer. I think maybe because it's spring as well. Spring, my garden's just on show at the moment, and I'm really enjoying being out in my garden. So florals all the way. So then what I did was I added some of that pink paper, and then I've put a sticker there that says happiness can be found with scissors and paper, and of course I added scissors. I am going through some of my floral washi and I'm just having a look. Now these two were what I found by eye. That black horizontal is awesome. That's one of my favorites, and it does go here, you know, it does look good, but I decided not to put it because I thought that the other two were maybe more suited for the job, and then I decided to take the left one off, and I did go with the right one because the right one had a matching pattern to the floral paper at the bottom there. I mean, they were both perfect, and if I'd gone with one or the other, I would have been happy both ways. So yeah, it was this one that I chose, so we're going to go with this one. I'm really happy with this one. I'm just readjusting it now, making it straight. And gosh, looking now at me working, some of my stuff's a bit crooked. The funny thing is, you don't see it when you're crafting. It's only afterwards that you look, you're like, whoa, what's this? And you do have to have your wits about you as well when you're dealing with numbers. I caught myself a couple times almost writing the wrong thing. That top there, the 2 squares were empty, so I added this gorgeous banner that said, "Laughter is good for the soul." And yes, November is my favorite month, so this is looking like a beautiful spread. Now after, this is, you know, my liking, this is how I've discovered that I love the layouts of my planners. After my month at a glance, I like to have a page on the other side that, or just before, actually, before my month at a view, I'd like to have a page where I write down the meals that we make for the month, kind of like a meal tracker. So I'm just grabbing some of my brush markers, and I'm trying really hard to do my calligraphy here. So, you know, heavy on the down and really light on the ups. I'm still practicing, so, you know, if this looks a bit not professional, I'm really sorry. I'm just like entry-level calligraphy here. So I have the meals on the left-hand side, and I love having my step tracker on the right-hand side. I've got this other stamp set from Kaiser Craft that has the days of the week in like capital letters. The other one was in like maybe in, you know, joined handwriting, in running writing, but this one is one that has blocks, and I just wanted to use it because I have it, and I want to use my stuff. I used my Fiskars press stamp, and I was praying that it would work and that nothing would come off. But it worked really well. I don't do very well with stamping sometimes. That's why I got my Tim Holtz platform stamp. But I didn't want to break that out for this. And anyway, you can fix whatever doesn't come down with a black gel pen. So all's good, all's good. So yes, so I do track my steps. I am trying to do 10,000 a day, and it's really hard when you sit and craft for 3 hours at a time and then edit for 3 hours at a time too. It's really, really tough. So I'm trying to write them down. I've got my Fitbit. I'm trying to get motivated, especially now that summer's here. So for my meal tracker, I decided to just break out my black gel pen and get this done this way. It's so much faster. My handwriting is so much faster. And as I did this, I ran out of room. I went up to 26, ran out of room, and then started to do it on the side there, and I hated it straight away. I thought, why did I do that? I did not want to do that. So went looking for my correction pen, got that out of the way, and then tried to think of a way to do it. So I got one of the cut-aparts, this one here. I added my double-sided tape, and then I scored just after it at the ½ inch mark, and then I did it like a flap so that it kind of looks like it's a pretty thing, but actually on the other side is where, you know, 27 through to 30 the meals are for those days will be. And I think that this is much better for me, and we saved that problem. And I thought I would just outline with my fine line Sharpie here, because, I don't know, because. And I like that for the record. It's really interesting how on the nights that we have Taekwondo, I always make the same thing. And I didn't realize it until you track these things, you know. And the nights where we're at Scouts and we're out late, yeah, once again, we just do the chicken burgers. And it's just really interesting tracking your life. And I'm a bit of a tracker. Okay, so we come to the front, which is what I was worried about. You know, you think, well, how am I going to start off, you know, November? You always wonder, because that's going to be the first one that everybody sees, or the first one that you see, or the one that you flick through as you go through, do a year at a glance. So I knew that I wanted to use the Abigail stamp that came in our November kit. She's gorgeous. I love how she goes really well with the Julie Nutting collection. Now I did also stamp her on some copy paper, and then I cut her out and just did a mask because I'm about to add some color here. These are the Santoro acrylic paints that came in the November kit as well. I'm mushing them up on some Glad wrap, and then I am just adding color. So blue on the right hand side and mush, mush, mush. And actually, you know what? I didn't want to paint it. I didn't want any like brush strokes. Yeah, brush strokes from the brush. So I wanted just to add some color and also that nice texture and not have to worry about leaving marks or grading colors into each other. I really like how this turned out. It really is interesting, and you know, is so in context with what she's doing. She is having, she's getting her craft on. She is just dripping her paints. She is being arty, she's being creative, she's just getting her stuff there, and she's just enjoying herself. And I thought, yeah, I don't want to worry about brush strokes. I just want to get some color down and make it look pretty. So yeah, so here we go. Instant background, honestly the best, this is the best way. So pulled out these chameleon pens again, and I'm now going to just start coloring this in. Really, really simple coloring, no shading, just coloring. So I did end up deciding to make her a brunette, and then I decided to give her red and black stockings, and then I went with the design on the actual stamp, and I gave her kind of like an orange and green top and dress, and then her apron I made pink, which is different from what the cover was. And then so after I pulled off the mask, there's quite a difference between where the mask was and then the starkness of the paper. So I'm just getting a Q-tip here, and it looks really nasty because I'm using the pink and it looks like a terrible ear that hasn't been cleaned, but I swear it's the acrylic paint. And yeah, so I'm just touching up, I'm just going a little bit closer to the stamped image and making it look a little bit more smoother and not so stark as if there was such a mask. So just touching up. She's really cute. Alrighty, so the other sticker in the Julie Nutting papers was this sheet, which is like, I guess, alphabet stickers, I want to say. And so I decided to spell out the word November using all these ones. And I started off on the right hand side wanting to leave a little bit of a space for like a banner, and then I started thinking, my gosh, November is really, really long. And I was wondering if I was going to make it, and I was going to make it. It's just the swirl of the end was not going to make it. So it's okay, I can cut it off, right? Like, it's no need to stress. It's weird how you stress over these things. So the banner is going to go on the right hand side there, and then I love that little happiness at the bottom. Now what I did was just bringing in the old, so the October dashboard where the flap, what's that thing called, on the side there was going to be, and I wanted November to be like the next one down in position. That's why I had October there to show me where it was. And yeah, so I moved October off, and then so I love that paper with the clock with wings is adorable. I love that paper. I'm like almost finished with it. And then these cute little stickers just keep coming back to haunt me. So this one says create cuteness. How cute is that? And then this love heart bouquet of flowers is adorable. I adore it. So it goes right there. So yeah. Then I flipped over and I was like, oh no, look what's happened. It's bled through, the chameleons bled through this thick digital paper. I was like, what am I gonna do? I mean, it's a good thing I hadn't already started using this. So I decided to bring in just this normal 80 GSM paper that I used for my just planning my project, and I decided to use double-sided tape to stick it on, just getting rid of some of the excess here and then along the bottom, and I was just going to start again. Adding the the date, and what I did was I lined it up with the mat. I put that skinny washi along the top there to hide that line, and then I just lined up, started from the bottom because I know that that page starts at 27, so the last one has to be 26, and I just worked my way up along the grid, which is how I set it up the first time, and phew, it's all right. So here we go, just getting it back in order. That looks great. And then I realized that I'd missed an 8, and then I'd missed a 0 there. Like, how did I miss that before? So yeah, and then flicking over going, oh, that was nice. And I mean, I did do this video over a couple of days, so I'd like forgotten how cute it was. So I was like, oh, that's cute. And then I realized that on that last page I hadn't done anything, and usually what I do is I pick like my favorite like picture or my favorite something, like a ticket stub or something, and I put it on that last page as the, you know, the highlight of November. So that's kind of my highlight or review page. So all that's left to do really now is just to punch my holes and put these beautiful layouts into my planner. So I'm just lining it up with an existing dashboard, and then I'm using my Crop-A-Dile, and I am punching through these babies. And they get caught in there a lot. Do you have that problem? They get caught in your Crop-A-Dile. So I'm like punching and then blowing, punching and then blowing. And here we go with my November layout that I made myself. So proud. And as I predicted, these papers are adorable. The colors go so well with my Kiki K advanced cap. So this is what they look like. I cannot wait for November to roll around so that I can start using this. This is so beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I hope this has given you inspiration to go ahead and make your own layouts. No need to shell out a whole lot of money on subscriptions if you don't need to. Please check out my blog below with all the details. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day, everybody. And yeah, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.